California is aiming to lower fire insurance costs for homeowners. This is going to be a huge deal. As we all know, fires have been insane the last 5 to 10 years here in California. We got very lucky this year when it came to not having a ton of smoke in the air, but something that we really need is this right here. The reason being is in these heavily populated areas where there's lots of nature or trees or things of that sort, people are having to pay extreme costs for fire insurance. California actually became the first state to lower their insurance costs for homeowners who make improvements to try and reduce the risk of these fires around their property. So with these new insurance standards, there is some things that they're going to want to see in order for you to lower your fire insurance. In order to lower your insurance, there's going to be some new standards that these insurance companies are going to want to see, and here they are. Having a fire-resistant roof, having at least 5 feet of defensible space around the home, and removing vegetation overgrowth, such as weeds or things of that nature. Ricardo Laura, the insurance commissioner, has stated that he not only feels that this will be overall a better plan for Californians when it comes to more affordable insurance options, but also helping save lives in the process. Some of these homeowners have either been dropped from their insurance plans, it's way too much for them to pay. So this more affordable option is going to be a really big step in the right direction. Some of these places that require these crazy amounts of fire insurance are even places that you wouldn't even suspect to be affected by fire. So this is great for California, and I'm glad this is being put into effect. Another pending regulation is that they're going to require these insurance companies to give a fire risk score when they're giving out quotes to these people who are looking to get insured. Now, what this is going to do is essentially going to make these companies say, this is the risk of a fire actually happening, so this is our price. The California Association of Realtors actually came out and said that they've been pushing for something like this for a very long time, and they're very happy that it's being taken into effect. All right, on to the next topic. We are talking about Bart. Now, Bart trains were actually shutting down from the heat wave that was here, we all know about in California. And the funniest part is officials came out and said that Bart was not designed to handle that type of excessive heat. So if you've ever been on a BART train, that no matter what season we're in, it could be fall, it could be winter, if you've ever been on a BART train before where there's no airflow or where the AC is not working, it is miserable. So I want to hear from you guys. Those of you who may be looking to come out this way, would you use BARTs as a means of commutability or transportation if you had to go to places like Oakland or San Francisco and live in places like Pleasant Hill or Walnut Creek? Keep that in mind if you're looking to come out here. Make sure you track your commuting times and do your research before you make the move or are set on making the move. So Bart's learning, they're adjusting where things need to be adjusted. So now if Bay Area hits 100 degrees or more, they're going to slow speeds from 74 miles an hour down to 44 miles per hour. Now I will shed some positivity on Bart. It is actually blackout resistant, which is really cool. I know they've designed some newer rail cars that have a little bit more space in them, but I would really like to see some more improvements on Bart for all of us residents here in the Bay. PG&E is looking to raise our monthly bills here in the Bay Area, especially the East Bay. Inflation has jolted PG&E in a huge way, no pun intended, but PG&E is looking to raise monthly bills for us residents here in the East Bay. So as if PG&E wasn't expensive enough for us already as it is in California, here in the East Bay, they're looking to bump it up the average cost by about $7.50. That's going to add to our bill. So this potential increase did have a lot to do with our recent heat wave. And of course, if we continue to get higher and higher temperatures year over year. And not only just that, but we're all being affected by inflation. But this is another reason why PG&E is saying that they're going to have to increase their bills. So overall, the revenue requirement that PG&E is proposing is around $16 billion. And that's really where that $7.50 increase is where we're going to have to pay. Now, of course, before any of that goes through or happens, the state's Public Utilities Commissioner is going to have to make a final decision on that request before any changes with PG&E would occur. So what do you guys think? Is it time for all of us to go solar? Personally, I think it's time for me to do so. During the heat wave, I was paying about $300 a month just to keep that AC running. All right, and to wrap this all up with some positive news, Oakland is actually giving land rights back to this indigenous group of Native Americans. So the city of Oakland actually plans to return 5 acres of land to Joaquin Miller Park and allow permanent indigenous control. What's awesome is that this is one of the first cases of a municipality actually giving land rights back to the indigenous people. So the city of Oakland would technically retain ownership rights of the land, but Sagorea Te Land Trust, hope I'm saying that right, would have full control over the use of land, which can be used for cultural, environmental, and educational purposes in perpetuity. Karina Gold, who is the tribal spokesperson, has a great vision for what they're going to do for this space. They're very excited about it, as they should be. They now get to tell the story of their people, keep that culture, and continue to grow it over the years. This has actually been in the works since 2018 and had some major help from Mayor Libby Schaaf, who actually caught wind of this because she saw the director Gold's documentary called Beyond Recognition. Now, what I really love about this topic in general is the fact that I think we're going to see more of this years down the road. Now, the land that they're getting is pretty beautiful. They have flat land with a grove of trees surrounding it, and the best part is there's tons of city and bay views. Now, their hope is that more Native Americans can see land back all over California, hopefully the whole world. What do you guys think? I think this is a beautiful thing for Oakland. I hope to see more of this. Let me know in the comments below. So that was your Bay Area coming soon update. I'm Roland Osage with Real Broker. If there's ever anything I can do for you, whether it's locating to the Bay Area or moving away from it, my team and I would love to help. You have all my contact info in the description below. We'll see you guys on the next video.